Hey Pisces, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and we leave what doesn't, as with, wrong deck. As with everything in life, if I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this reading, check your other major placements. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because it does help other people find the channel and it gives me a little kick. So, and let's see here. I'm starting with the Oracle decks, Moonology and Work Your Light. And then we're going to move on to, wow, okay. We're going to move on to the new deck by Catrin Welz-Stein. I usually use the Oracle Mystical Moments, but this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. She came out with a tarot deck. I'm having a technical problem here. Yep. We have sufficiently recovered from that cord issue. All right, what do we have? All right, Pisces, communication is key. New moon in Gemini. What new moon, a new emotional beginning, possibly a new beginning somewhere with relationships and a new communication. That's going to be very important for you. Longing for home. Mintonkan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. You may be feeling a little homesick, a little bit lost, a little bit like you don't belong right where you're at. You may be feeling, a sense of longing for something else, for something better, for a better fit, for a better place for you, a place where you feel more comfortable, more welcome, more at home. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into beginning. This is kind of cool. So it could be that these longings, you start moving towards, a life that fits a little better for you. Something that's a little better for you. A little better fit, and working towards that. And then boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So some people are really great at establishing boundaries. Some people have, and better boundaries, I kind of like that because some people have these really giant, like wall of China style boundaries that are sort of like, well, okay, I can see how if you're being attacked, that might be good. But what about friendly neighbors? Like, I can't just look over that fence and chat with you. So I like the idea of better boundaries, not just boundary, because some people need a little slightly more porous boundaries and other people need much stronger boundaries and need to be able to say what they want and say what they need and say what they're not going to accept more clearly. So you may need to establish some sort of, where you're at, you don't like it. You want something new. You may need to just kind of communicate what works better for you than what's been going on. Because something that's been going on may be depleting you, may have been not working for you. You don't like it anymore. You'd like to be someplace where you feel more comfortable. You just need to communicate that. You need to communicate that, you need what you need here in order for it to happen. And I mean, that seems like such a basic concept, but it is really amazing and funny how we have these hopes and dreams and we'd really like someone to stop pestering us, or we'd really like someone to respect this situation more, and we just don't say anything about it. We just don't speak up about it. So it seems like you could make your life a little better, a little more comfortable for you by speaking up about something that's bothering you, something that you've been just going along with to get along with, and actually talking about it. Or if you're one of the persons with really giant boundaries, communicate, let somebody in, tell somebody how you're thinking, what you're feeling. All right, Pisces. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Okay, these cards are so gorgeous, but I'm starting to get used to them. I've seen some of these before, so pretty cool. Knight of Pentacles in your recent past. Very slow communication. Talk about communication is key. This would be extremely slow, but very thought out communication. There's maybe a vision, a plan, thinking things through very clearly, very slowly, methodically, putting a lot of work into something, training for something, seeing where you want to go. Oh, wow. We have some oak leaves here, and it's just reminding me of just how slow and steady growth, slow and steady progress, but still being able to create something big, but with slow and steady progress. So there's communication here, movement, but it's very slow. This horse is not going anywhere very fast, but there could be some sort of idea coming in here, planning, thinking about the future and communicating about it, but not communicating super fast, but just sort of like, what about the future? What about that? What's our plan here? So some sort of communication about the future. And then we have Ace of Swords. So this is an epiphany, an idea. This is your current situation. Having some sort of insight, some sort of epiphany, idea of how to deal with something, possibly something that you come back to again and again. We all have these themes in our lives, which came up with Aquarius too. We all have these themes in our lives that we kind of cycle through, and the hope is that each time we reapproach a topic, we've grown, we've gotten some insight, we've learned a lot about ourselves, about the other people involved. This could really relate to boundaries and not being satisfied with where you're at right now. You've been looking towards the future, planning, maybe some communication here, but it's been slow vision of the future. And then now you're having sort of this epiphany, this clear understanding maybe of where this is all going, what's happening. You've grown. The ace here is just pure intention. It's a new thought. It hasn't been integrated yet. You haven't figured out what to do with it yet, what it all means, but you've had a new thought, a new epiphany here, a clear understanding or a clear communication. Communication could have been going very slowly, and now suddenly there's been some really nice clarity, a really nice understanding of intention or a new thought, a new communication, a new idea here. So Ace of Swords, we're at the beginning of sort of the labyrinth to manifestation, or the labyrinth of where these ideas flow and how they start interacting with our reality. So, but this is just the first step. This is that first step of entering sort of the intellectual communication labyrinth challenge, where we're trying to go to the source. So the pure intention has been set, the journey has been begun with an insight, an epiphany, some sort of new understanding. Where we're going here is, or not where we're going, your inner landscape, your hopes and fears and what you're thinking about. Clearly this is a hope. This is a hope for a beautiful connection, satisfying, completely satisfying communication, the maximum allowable for the situation. So the 10 of Cups to me is not necessarily maximum happiness available in the entire history of human existence. To me, it means in this situation that we're talking about, that you've been thinking about, that you're starting to understand and get some clarity on, in that situation, you're hoping for some sort of maximum emotional payoff. You'd want to go all the way with that, and you're dreaming about like deep connections, deep relationships, a deep connection, productive, rewarding, a very rewarding deep connection is what you're hoping for, which, seems like it probably means you're a human being. So, and then in your, what's at issue here is we have the High Priestess in reverse. So the High Priestess in the upright would be talking about faith, about spirituality, about things hidden from view for your greatest good. In the reverse, we could be talking about a lack of faith. We could be talking about fears. We could be talking about things intentionally hidden from you for either your greatest good or not. I don't know, because that's someone else is making that decision for you, or you are intentionally hiding something from something is being hidden here. Something is intentionally being hidden here. Or not understood. Not well understood here. This has to do with intuition. Not intuiting, not being able to see, not even getting a glimpse of what's behind the curtain, of what's going on behind closed doors, what's going on without you knowing. There's something, High Priestess is all about intuition, secret knowledge. But it's usually for your highest good. So you may not be trusting in that. Or you may be worried about it or concerned about it, but something that you don't know and can't even guess at is affecting your situation. Well, I don't like that. Tarot. All right, and then in your environment, you have Ace of Wands, the beginning of something really beautiful. We have 2 aces here, so there's lots of beginnings. There's a hope to go all the way here. This Ace of Wands, this is the pure intention about pure intention. This is an intuition is in your environment. There's something in your environment that is either causing an understanding, a creative new beginning, a beginning of a creative path or of a creative journey. There could be some sort of beginning here, some sort of new creative endeavor going on here that you're beginning to be part of, or a new, it could also be sexual, creative, intuitive. So it's the beginning, again, it's that ace, it's that entering, it's like the pinball enters the little pinball machine. It's that initial pullback of the spring and the ball shoots forward. I love pinball so much. And starts ricocheting all over the place on its journey. So that's what we've got, this intuitive pinball shot going on here. Some sort of new exciting journey or new intuitive situation or new situation that you're intuiting. But it's something, the ball has been sprung here. In your environment. You maybe didn't do it, maybe somebody else did it. Here you've been communicating very slowly, something's been moving very slowly, but unbeknownst to you, possibly because this High Priestess is in reverse here, somebody around you has already sprung that ball and the game is afoot now. So something's begun, either creative, sexual, intuitive, something, it feels very exciting to me that you know, it's like a pop-up book here. How many metaphors can I cram into this one? But it's like a pop-up book. Like she opened it up and there is this peony ready to go, moving forward. It was a little bit surprising. So something, you know, a new beginning in your environment. You're starting to see things more clearly, and then here something starts. Something begins. And then your to-do list is this Page of Pentacles. Again, a beginning learning vibe, right? We've got these aces and the page is right up there on that whole, on the whole, you know, sort of pinball path of the Kabbalah and the tarot and how these suits go flowing through the different obstacles and hitting the different points. There's the Kabbalah tree with the little circles. It is very pinball-like. Oh my gosh. I've never thought of pinball machines as Kabbalah. There should be a Kabbalah pinball machine. Oh yeah. That would be super cool. Anyway, Page of Pentacles here. This is your to-do list, and it's learning, understanding, being a student. There might be a new job here, a new situation here. Again, we have, this is a peony again? I can't tell by these leaves here. The leaves over here are very clearly peony. This, I don't know. Anyway, So there's some sort of magical beginning here, a new beginning, a page of pentacles, starting out, understanding. See, she's just a little kid fairy here. Like, okay, now this is my flower. Now what do I do? So she's just learning. It looks like she's learning from this dragonfly. This dragonfly is teaching her all about how to grow this thing, how to move forward here, what's next here. And so that's your job, is to go to beginner mind, to become a student of something again, to about a job or something that about how spending your time, spending your energy, spending your money, becoming a student, learning how it's done. You know, she's not showed up to school with a backpack per se, but it's a watering can. Like, how are we going to grow this? And she's just really paying close attention to what this dragonfly has to say. So there could be some information coming your way about how to grow your career or your wealth or something like that, and you need to be paying close attention to it. So your job is to be in the zone of learning, learning and trying to understand something, figuring it out, approaching this new thing in your life. It's Pentacles, so it seems like it's something very real. It's not just, I mean, you have this epiphany, you have this insight, but we've also got Pentacles here, so it just seems like learning about something in reality, in the 3D is the Pentacles. So becoming a student, beginner mind. And then where you're going, Eight of Wands. Whew, lots of communication, lots of movement. Oh my God, look at this card, you guys. It's so exciting. I think this is the most exciting Eight of Wands card I've ever seen. There's communication, opening up here, springing open and causing movement forward. So where you're going is a place with lots of communication. Well, maybe that's why you need some good boundaries here. Like, okay, I'm not going to be communicating right now, or I don't want to talk about that, or being able to, I'm talking about shutting down communication, but I think we do want this opening up of communication, especially with this sort of hidden aspect around you. Opening up communication, it's going to lead to this fulfilling. Maybe it is about lessening your boundaries, opening up. I mean, and we've got communication is key. And then this Eight of Wands, communicating, lots of communication coming towards you. It's very important to be communicating. And I just see openly communicating. Things are going to move nicely, move well with more open communication. So exploring something, your to-do list is to explore some sort of new thing in your life, some sort of aspect, becoming a student, learning about sort of a work or a job or something in the 3D. And then where you're going is communication just blossoming and opening. And I love this birthing of a new age, because we have this birthing of a new age is really fascinating, because we have this Ace of Swords, this Ace of Wands, and this Page of Pentacles. 3 beginning cards about a new beginning coming in here. So a new era of your life, possibly, to overstate it. I mean, the only major arcana here is this High Priestess, something you don't know, or you're not getting intuitive hits on, or something hidden from you. Something's hidden here. I don't think there's no other cards that would cause me any concern, so I wouldn't be worried about what you don't know. Yeah. It's just something, I don't, it's a mystery. The card is a mystery about the mystery, and it really doesn't, I don't know. It's a very mysterious card. I don't quite know how to read it right here in this position. So mysteries upon mysteries going on here. All right. Ooh. Oh my God, I think I love this card for this reading. Be bold. If we've been taught to always settle for less than what we dream of, we may wonder if living a boldly optimistic life is unrealistic. But you are an adventurer, a divine explorer on the wild path of life. You have been created with those bold dreams in your heart, and you are meant to fulfill them and the loving encouragement with the loving encouragement and support of life. Yeah, there's something beginning here, and there's mysteries wrapped upon mysteries, and something's unfolding, something's opening up, a new beginning here. This card seems very exciting, and the vibe I'm getting off this reading. So, All right, Pisces, I hope you have a wonderful new year. Thank you so much for watching this video.